Are business cards still relevant? Let's have a real talk about that because there is some debate. Welcome into Small Business Mornings. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. Also on today's show, it's not just fun and frivolity. We've got some serious news breaking that I want to make sure you know what is going on. Israel's 9/11 happened over the weekend. The U.S. is responding. There's breaking news this morning, and I want to get you up to date. 1 month from today, we're getting together at the Idea Collective Small Business Conference. I've got some exciting updates about that. We'll share it. And our meme of the day is about getting stuff done and how hard that can be. Plus, we're doing something new with our question of the day. I'll share with you what the question of the day is, but we will actually talk about it inside the Idea Collective Small Business community. That will be a lot of fun. So our question of the day is, what's the best thing that never happened in your business? You know, the deal that you didn't get that was a good thing, or the client you desperately wanted that ended up being a nightmare? We're going to talk about the best thing that never happened inside the community with our community question of the day. We'll do that right after the show. You found Small Business Mornings. It's a daily live stream at 9 a.m. Central for solopreneurs and small business owners. It's powered by the Idea Collective Small Business community. We bring entrepreneurs together to provide the support and resources they need to succeed. Our mission is simple. Don't grow it alone. We're going to talk about business cards and if they're a thing in just a minute. And when you join us this morning, like Barbara and Stephanie and Rhonda, say hello in the chat. But first, I want to cover the news because we have significant, not joking around, real news that we all need to be up to speed on. And if you just enjoyed the weekend and didn't pay attention, let me give you an update on what's happening so at least you are informed. Israel is calling it their 9/11, and it happened on Saturday. On Saturday, Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel through Gaza. Now, checking the Associated Press this morning, the attacks included as many as 1,000 fighters, rockets, and as many as 22 locations outside the Gaza Strip. And they went as far into Israel as 15 miles from the Gaza border. They also abducted 130 people. These are all AP reports. As of this morning, the number that I saw was that more than 1,100 people have already been killed, thousands wounded on both sides. Just about an hour ago, the U.S. National Security Council spokesperson just said 9 U.S. citizens are among those that have been killed. So as you'd expect, Israel responded. They called up 300,000 reservists. They've declared war, and now they're shooting rockets back and taking out targets inside Gaza. The report this morning is that 1,000 targets have already been hit. And this morning, they've declared a complete siege on Gaza. They're going to block electricity, food, and fuel. A war happening now. And here's where it gets dicey. A new report this morning conflicts something that was said over the weekend. And that's the other thing. We are really in a war of information. It's really hard to know what's true and what's not because everything that I just reported has also been reported the other way. So I'm sticking with the Associated Press for my information because that seems to be the most level-headed information I can get my hands on. So if you hear a different number or a different fact, everyone that really wants the real scoop is having a hard time finding it. But a new report this morning conflicts something that was said over the weekend. Over the weekend, the Wall Street Journal reported that Iran's Revolutionary Guard gave the go-ahead for this whole thing. But this morning, Iran's UN mission said that they support the actions that happened, but they didn't help plan them. So now what? Now what? War. And what are we doing about it? Well, we have a carrier strike group, which is as badass as it sounds. And they're now in position or getting in position in the Eastern Mediterranean. And President Biden has said the U.S. will give Israel all the aid it needs. And here it comes. Now the politicians are blaming one another. The Republicans are out there blaming Biden. And in almost every major city in the country, here come the protesters, supporters of Israel, supporters of Palestine. They're just, or Palestinian movement rather, they're just all rallying and yelling, and everyone is, it's a war and it's on now. So what can we do about it? And why am I talking about it on a small business show? I've told you from the start that this show is about giving you the information that you need. And we need to know about this. Because let's say a week from now, the Marines go in. Oh my God. Let's say that we decide to start dropping bombs. It's going to get serious quick. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's a possibility. Always is. So I don't want you to be caught off guard. And I know many of you don't follow the news closely. So I check the news every single day and I try and figure it with the filter, what do you need to know? And then I share it. And I also share some fun stuff and we have a laugh, but I want you to know what's going on. That's the most accurate information I can get my hands on this morning, shared with you. So what can we do about it? We can pray. We can pray for peace. It's the first thing we can do. And we can prepare for uncertainty. There's one thing that U.S. business doesn't like, it's uncertainty. And we're keeping an eye on the markets. They're down. The futures were down slightly before the markets opened, and oil prices were up slightly at last check. But in a situation like this, you just never know what's going to happen. We don't want it to happen. I'm not cheering for it to happen, but that's what happened over the weekend. And I want you to be aware of it so you can do what you can to protect the business and the family moving forward. Let's change the topic. That's your information update. Let's talk about business cards. We are doing some in-person networking today in Brookfield, Wisconsin. If you're an Idea Collective member or you're not, come to our free networking event, Bank 59, 124th and North, today between 4 and 6. We're going to have some beers and wine, some snacks. We're going to do some networking, and we're going to do an Idea Slam in person so you can get a taste about the Idea Collective and what we do. But I was thinking, oh yeah, in person, right? Where are my business cards? I don't even know. I don't even know. I used to carry a box in my car because my theory was wherever I would go network, I'd have to take my car to get there, right? So do you still carry business cards, and are they still relevant? I've been living in my cave here for the past 3 years, and mine are hopelessly out of date. But if you ask me, hey, Pat, are business cards still important? My answer would be yes. And before we talk about if they're important or if they're not, because I'm curious what you think. Do you think they're important or not? And do you still carry them? So please share in the comments one way or the other. But before we talk about business cards, if they're important or not, let's consider the alternative. And you know who you are. The contact sharing app person is not nearly as convenient as you think it is. This happens. We go to a networking event, right? Oh, hey, Sarah Deacon, great to see you. Do you have a business card? No, but I have an app. Oh, God. You've seen this, right? It never works the way that you think it's going to work. And it's just obtuse. That's the word that comes to mind. Obtuse. Oh, Sarah Deacon, yeah, I'd like to meet you. Great. Snap this QR code. Oh, God. Okay. Bzzzt. Snap the QR code. Did it work? No, let me snap it again. Bzzzt. Did it work? Yeah, okay, I got it. And then what happens next? Would you like to add Sarah Deacon as a contact? Well, no, I just met Sarah Deacon. I don't want her in my phone. Would you like to sign up for this app? No, I don't want to sign up for this app. I just want her frickin' email address. Then you got to take it somehow from your phone and port it into your CRM. It never works. It never works. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Sarah. So if you think you're slick by using the digital app, scan my QR code, please don't. I mean, you can, that's fine, but just know I'm even like past silently judging you. I'm starting to judge you out loud if you do that. And good for you, that's fine. It just seems obtuse. It's easy for the person giving out the information. It's really tough for the recipient. That's a very fair way to say it, don't you think? So let's talk about business cards. Are they the best solution on the planet? Well, no. They're old-timey. We know that. But in the grand scheme of things, they're cheap. They're easy. Like, here's my stuff. Take it. And they're fast. Here it is. Done. That's it. And most of all, business cards are still kind of part of the business culture. It's not unusual to have someone give you a card. Here's my card. That's why people know they can ask, hey, do you have a card? If we got to know each other by swapping shoes, it'd be weird to say, hey, can we swap shoes? Come on. So when you have a business card, what are the pros of having a business card? I'm a believer that business cards can make a really good impression, like the fancy weighted ones, like the really nice ones. I think that imputes quality right away. I really think it does. If it's clear and easy to understand, but it's really nice, I think that really shows people the difference between I put thought into this and I mean something, and oh yeah, I printed these off on my printer and like the little perforated edges are still on there and whatever. Yeah. Because what's the phrase? How you do one thing is how you do everything. I think there's some truth to that. Another thing about business cards, I think they're a really good memory tool. How many times have you gone to an event, talked to 1 million people, and by the end of the event, oh yeah, I talked to Sarah, right? You're going through your card. Oh yeah. It's a good recall tool for sure. But there are arguments against them. And I'm curious, do you have them or do you not? Good morning, Lisa. She says, let's see. I just ordered new cards for the first time in 2 years. And that's kind of where I'm at too, right? I need to get new cards and I just haven't done it yet. But there are arguments against them. I'm old-fashioned. And depending on the hipness of the room that I'm in, I can look like a dinosaur if I'm handing out business cards because I'm not using the app. I'm not connecting with people on their socials. I get it. I get it. And they can be seen as wasteful. Here's a piece of paper that was printed, and what happens to them after you put them in your CRM? Right into the trash. And as I hit on earlier, it can make you look kind of unprofessional if you skimp on them. If you don't have a great looking, great feeling, great, smelling, nice business card, I think it can make you look a little cheap. And they're inconvenient. Like I say, if you forget them, then what? You don't have the app and you don't have the business card. You've got nothing. And the thing that annoys me the most, because I like to come up with new stuff to do. Sorry, Susie Moon. When I come up with a new idea or I want to say something in a different way, they can get out of date in a hurry. So pros and cons on the business cards. They are a great recall tool. Yep. And Sarah Deacon doesn't carry just business cards. She carries postcards. Look at you being all fancy. So what do you think? Pro, con? Business cards? Yes, no. I think my verdict is they're not going to last forever. And they are on the decline in some rooms, especially people that don't have glorious gray hair and baldness. But they're definitely a part of the small business culture, and they're a fast, easy way to communicate. And they're relatively cheap. I mean, when you look at the ordering, especially if you get the fancy ones like I like to get, it kind of sucks to spend that much money. It's like, oh, do I really need to? And then you get them, you're like, yeah. And again, what do you spend? A couple $100 on really nice business cards? If one of those business cards turns out to be a lottery ticket to a relationship with a real client, That's worth way more than a couple $100. And it's interpersonal marketing that happens in real time. I think they can make an impression. And I do think that they are important. And yes, they do make you look like a pro. I agree, Rhonda. Rhonda is very much pro business cards. Very good. All right. Get your business cards and join us this afternoon because we are going to be in person and we want you to be there. It's Idea Collective Creative Connections. Let's use this one. This afternoon from 4 to 6, we are going to Bank 59, 124th and North. Free beer and snacks. We're going to get to know each other with some networking, and then we're going to do an idea slam right in front of everyone so they can understand the Idea Collective small business community. We've got a really good room pulling together, and if you're within driving distance, come say hello. We want to meet you. It's a way that we can underscore our mission of don't grow it alone. Snap the QR code if you care to join us today. Did you realize I was getting ready for the show and I was distracted going through all of the terrible Israel news and talking about business cards and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, it's Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. Did you realize that? Am I the only one that didn't realize that these two holidays were today? I didn't even realize it. So some banks won't be open. No mail today, government holiday, government buildings closed. And no political commentary on either one of the holidays or anything like that. It's just, it snuck up on me. Like, did it sneak up on you that like, holy, wait, what? October 9th? Let's just talk about that for a second. How did it get to be October 9th? Wasn't it Labor Day like yesterday? Something happened. Some time warp happened in September. And you Packers fans, you're ready to cheer your team on for week 5 of the NFL season. That's tonight. Unbelievable. And as we talk about time, we do have to talk about the Idea Collective Conference. So our Idea Collective Small Business Conference, it's a month from today. 1 month from today. And I've turned all of my attention now to come or don't. We've got an amazing crowd coming. We're going to have the small business event of the year. You got to figure that out in the next 30 days. But my eyeballs are now focused on all of the fun we're going to have, the keynotes I'm going to address, locking down our speakers and all of our presentations, and all of the surprise and goodies that I'm putting into this year's conference. It's going to be incredible. 4 workshops on Thursday, an idea slam on Thursday. I just confirmed with Craig Culver's people. He's going to be there on Friday telling us the Culver story and doing Q&A with our audience. Just confirmed with Marcus Lemonis, the turnaround king of business. He's going to share his 3 Ps of business and then do laser coaching for our people. Our other 2 keynote speakers, including Megan Riley, are all confirmed and locked in. Our celebration dinner, champagne celebration to celebrate our wins of the year, and other surprises are now being cooked up because I'm full in throw a party mode now. So all of this, are you coming or not? You got 30 days to figure it out. Our free pre-con is coming up in 2 weeks, and our hotel block expires on the 23rd. So it's really time to get serious if you're coming or not. But it's hard to believe it's 1 month from today. 1 month from today. It's going to be amazing. Small business event of the year. Smallbizretreat.com has all the details, or you can click that code and take care of your business. This is Small Business Mornings, and this is the show to bring together entrepreneurs and small business owners every single day, just like we do inside the Idea Collective, where we provide the support and resources you need to succeed. The mission is simple. Don't grow it alone. Before we get to the meme of the day and then transition to our community question of the day, can we yell at inflation for a minute? Let's yell at inflation because inflation deserves some yelling. Inflation has now officially made me mad. We've seen the price of everything go up, right? Here it goes. Inflation doing the thing, right? But I've hit my breaking point. Was it the price of gas? No. Way more sacred than that. Was it the fact that I bought steaks like once this entire barbecue season because it was too expensive? No. Although I miss them. No. Everything is going up in price, but this one is the deal breaker. You don't want to hear this. Trust me, you don't want to hear this. Inflation has come for my Thin Mints, and I'm not happy. There's a report this morning that Girl Scout cookies will now be $6 a box instead of $5. Oh, hell no. That's going to cost me like $100. I mean, think of that. It's only $1. I know. But come on. Girl Scout cookie, $6 a box? With the amount of boxes I buy? And here's the thing. Does it matter? Think about it. It's a donation to the Girl Scouts, right? You got to support the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, whatever. Fine. And does it really matter? Because I think if someone said Girl Scout cookies are $20 a box, I wouldn't even, fine. Give them to me. Give. Back up the truck over here. Beep, 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 beep. And like the truck bed goes like this, and all the Thin Mints, right? Like someone's unloading wood in your driveway. That's how I order the Thin Mints. Price is not an object. And yes, you're right, Sarah Deacon. It's not just the price. It's the shrinkflation that's happening. Fewer cookies in a box. Well, that's why you need to have a wood truck full of them. Doesn't matter. But look out for that if you are in the Thin Mint trade. They may be more expensive this year. And I just got to say, if you've got the hookup, let me know. I don't have a Girl Scout in my life right now. So if you know a Girl Scout, I mean, it does sound like we're making a drug deal. Yes, I need a Girl Scout in my life so I can order the cookies. So if you know someone that knows someone that's got the hookup to the Thin Mints, hit me up. All right, let's do this. We're going to do our meme of the day, and then we're switching up the question of the day. Our community question of the day: what's the best business deal you never got? And we're going to talk about that inside the Idea Collective community. So as soon as the show's over, I'm launching a live stream inside the community, and we are going to talk about it. So IC members, I want you to be a part of it. Log into the community, and we'll take a Q&A there with our question of the day. But our meme of the day comes from Sarah Deacon, the adulting coach. She's an all-star this morning. And her meme of the day is fantastic. It's all about productivity. This one's great. Meme of the day. Here we go. Meme of the day. Click the right button, Pat. Meme of the day. Sarah Deacon. Got to share the screen. Here it is. Meme of the day. How to stop stressing about tasks. Complete the tasks. Tears. If I just do the thing, I don't have to worry about the thing being done. No, I would rather worry about the thing being done than actually do the thing. I've got on my list a couple of red priorities, which means they're things that need to be done. That every day I look at it and I'm like, no, I'm just going to be uptight and anxious about that thing. I don't want to do that thing today. You can feel this, yes? You could feel that? Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're switching over inside the Idea Collective. We are going to talk about our Idea Collective community question of the day. What is the best thing that never happened in your business? A deal you didn't get? A client you didn't close? We're going to continue the conversation over inside the community. If you are community curious, because really, community is so much better than network. Do you even realize how much better a community is than a network? We all have to have a network so we know others that do what we do. But people in your network, they're not going to help you. They're going to sell you stuff. They're people you can call when you need services. But the connection that happens inside of a community, that's a real asset for your business. Who do you know that will take time for you and answer questions for you and walk with you in good times and bad? That's a community. Small business network is great. Small business community is indispensable. If you're watching the show and you're getting a feel of what we're doing and you're thinking, I don't have that. I don't know how much easier I can make it than a free trial challenge at ideacollectiveincubator.com. Really nothing I can do about it. You're kind of choosing to do this all by yourself. So if you're tired of walking alone, you don't need to. The Idea Collective is here for you, ideacollectiveincubator.com. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. That wraps up this morning's edition of Small Business Mornings. Idea Collective members, I will see you inside the Idea Collective in just a few moments. Everyone else will be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.